Welcome to the Dixie Doggers podcast. We're here to share knowledge and heritage. We hope y'all enjoy. For the best cut gear in the business, get with Dave Williams at Southern Cross Cut Gear. www.hogdoggear.com.
If you're buying or selling land, farms, or hunting property, these folks know land. Phil Wilson with UC Hunting Properties, 678-791-3483.
777 Kennels, Advanced K9 Nutrition. Vertex K9 Essentials, Advanced K9 Nutrition, beneficial to all breeds. You can contact them at 979-206-3050. All right, Nate Joey here, Dixie Doggers, fixing to do a fucking podcast. I'm not playing. We're going to do one. I've got a guest tonight. This dude's, the only thing bigger than his head is his ego.
Oh man, I don't know. I got a pretty big head.
we got Jake Loiacano with us tonight. What's happening with you, Jake?
That was dirty.
I know.
Hard work, clean living.
Good deal. I ain't talked to you in a while, man. And I seen where you tried to call me the other day. Nate said, "Well, Jake texted me." I was like, "Well, okay, well that's good. At least you got a hold of some damn body."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Seeing as I won't answer the damn phone, so well, tell us what's been going on in your world."
Just hard work, dude. Had some hog bands. I know the last time we talked was getting into some pretty deep stuff. We was like 2 hours and something in, and Nate was like, "Man, we got to get you back on." And I was like, "I like them good, free flowing conversations, and you don't know where it's gonna go."
That's right.
But if you got, you got the truth to say. It's easy. It just comes out. You ain't got to write it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Sometimes you get those free flowing conversations going. And they can go for hours. We had one not long ago with Alan Adams. Man, that thing just was flowing and flowing and flowing. And
went on and on.
Yeah, it just went on and on. And it's easy to do, man. It's easy to do.
I guarantee you. Well, not this Saturday, but last Saturday, we had a good hog band. Finished up our last show of the year. Most entries we ever had. We had several shows. The January show and the May show and Earl's were all bigger than any other show we'd ever done at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the October show was pretty good too. We had 480 entries.
Nice.
I think we had 560 in May. That's the most we've ever had at a regular show. Normally that's like Earl's numbers.
Yeah, that's a lot.
When in 2013, the first year I did East Texas, Earl's didn't even have 300 entries.
Man.
Now we're doing over 600 at Earl's, 5-something in May. Got some big numbers. A lot of people doing it.
Oh,
people coming from states that don't even have hogs wanting to compete. Matter of fact, folks from Colorado got second in the 2-dog open.
We had people from out of the country.
Yeah, at Earl's we showed
Australia.
You know those guys, they stay in touch with me pretty regular, and they're working on me with something.
Oh, yeah.
Where they have some software you can get on this camera, and it's fairly reasonable. Like, I want to say like $5,000-$6,000. You can mount this camera in the arena, and it'll follow the hog.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see all the action. Like, no one has to man the camera.
Man.
And
pretty sweet.
They put on big cuttings and stuff over there in Australia. And they have this arena wrap, like where you wrap the arena with the sponsors. That's kind of what we do in the hog band anyway. Like they'd be dudes full of good ideas.
Oh yeah, I talked to Baden last night for a while.
Yeah, I met him obviously. He tried to poison me with some of that Australian liquor.
That damn Bundy rum. Good God, that's
that was I'm pretty sure that was a joke to see how many Americans would try it.
Yeah, I think so.
That was probably something they tranquilized donkeys with in the prairie or something.
Well, it worked because Rodney's ass passed out, so pretty close to a donkey.
Hell yeah. But man, we had great numbers. It was a great year. Looking to build on it. Got some cool things coming up for next year. Gonna try to add to it. And of course, we got $1.7 million from the state of Louisiana to upgrade the facilities at the fairgrounds in Winfield. Now, it won't be done this year, but by 2027, the first stage should be done. And then we'll go ahead and do the rest of it.
That is awesome right there.
Yes, it is.
Camper hookups, concrete parking,
Sweet.
covered arenas, covered stock, vendor spots, all that jazz.
Man.
Be nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be real nice.
Sweet.
Air conditioned bathrooms,
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
whole 9 yards.
Well, it's definitely going in the right direction. That's for sure.
We might put Nate out there working the women's shower. You never know.
Well,
Passing out towels.
yeah, that's what he could do it. I believe he's a single man.
I seen a couple of them. You might have to put 2 towels together to get them all dried off.
He said he's been single for a while. It don't matter.
Hey,
Oh,
hell yeah!
I'm here to help. I love helping.
he's a helper.
There's just more
This
there to
time of
help.
year right here. This time of year right here sucks. Labor Day,
Mhm.
all the hunting clubs close, and the gators are still out. You can't really go in the cow pasture or on the river and stuff for all the gators. At least not my cow pastures. We got more gators than we got ants out here.
Damn.
So we ain't hunted since Labor Day, but it's supposed to be in 50s next week. So
It was 46 this morning here, bud.
well, it's been in the 60s the last few days, and there's no humidity.
Yeah, the humidity's about gone. It's not gone, but it's really low. It's nice.
Yeah, I worked all evening. I didn't even hardly get all sweaty.
Mhm.
Almost remarkable.
Yeah, I was thinking to say, a month ago you'd been soaked to your socks.
Oh yeah, you've
Or
been
less.
having to take breaks.
Yep.
Every 15 minutes, go get some water.
Yeah, we the temperature it literally just started getting down here, like you said, 60s, and man, it just was really cool last night. That right here in the bottom of the mountain, it I think it was 46. What you said this morning it was in the 40s.
No, I think it was just 50 even.
Oh, it was 50. Okay,
Yeah, it felt good though.
that might be tomorrow morning. Supposed to be. I seen something on the news that said 46. So anyway, it's better than 86 when you wake up.
Yeah, I think it's Friday. Friday here is going to get down in the 50s, so it'll probably be the y'all day too for us.
Yeah, and like we'll just now start hunting more ourselves here, and the only reason is because we got some private stuff that we can hunt during deer season.
Yeah, I was going to say, but
If it wasn't for that,
y'all up
man,
in the woods.
yeah, if it wasn't for that, we'd be shit out of luck too.
Yeah, we got country down here that the deer don't even travel.
I imagine.
So we can run a few dogs. But speaking about dogs, what about them Georgia Bulldogs and Alabama Crimson Tide?
Man, they come on back, didn't they?
War Eagle.
We were in South Georgia. We got back last night. I believe it was. Yeah, we got back yesterday evening, and all I did was catch the very end of the Alabama game, and then we let's see. I think one of them guys, his brother had the Georgia Auburn game on, and just got to watch a little bit of it on his phone. He was giving us the play-by-plays and all that good stuff. But we were down there interviewing a man that's 82 years old, and we couldn't hardly keep up with him running dogs. Oh, dude, it was so much fun. We'll have his story out. It'd probably be the one right before this one, but anyway, we had a great time, and like I said, those guys down there, man, all of them was on the edge of the seat. Of course, we're in South Georgia, and Rodney's in the truck. Rodney's a diehard Auburn fan.
Mm.
Yes, Lord.
He better be glad he couldn't see the game, because it was I didn't watch it either because we beat Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And after that, I don't really care about nothing. It was my birthday too.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just watching scores, being a hater.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't really watching the game, watching the level of that margarita go down. That's about it. And then Sunday and today, I've been seeing all the highlights where Auburn's up 10-0.
Yeah.
Scores a touchdown. Georgia punches it out, picks it up, and then they don't call it a touchdown.
Yeah, we that part right there, that play, the guy told me, he was like, "You ain't gonna believe this." I can't remember his name. That was the youngest guy. Anyway, I was like, "Oh shit, Roddy, he's over there just all looking cross-eyed, you know."
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. Kirby's out on the sideline trying to call a timeout, hollering at the refs.
They're clapping.
And and they didn't give him. I don't know exactly what all was going on at the time, but he changes it midstream. Like he just starts clapping his hands in the ref's face.
Yeah.
Like he don't want a timeout.
But at first it was a timeout.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. You could see him say, he's saying timeout, timeout, timeout.
Yeah, and then that I seen the thing. I don't know if it was on the news this morning or whatever, but he was like, when his press conference, he was like, I was talking about them clapping. He said, I didn't need a timeout. We didn't need no timeout. Yeah. He said, if you look, you'll see me clapping my hands. I was like, well, yeah, you clapped your hands after you did the timeout. You know, from what I could see. And so I thought it was pretty funny.
He gets whatever he wants. I'm not sick of it. He's probably the best coach in football, but that don't mean he's a good guy.
No, not really.
But the Longhorns won. That's the main thing. We had a good baying. I scheduled that baying for that week off. It was a week for Oklahoma for the last 100 years. We had a week off. Then they scheduled the Florida Gators. So I ain't even able to watch the game. I'm just getting updates over the loudspeaker how we're getting our butt kicked. That was tough.
Yeah.
Luckily, we had a good crowd and everybody was having a good time.
That's always a plus. So what? Tell us about the event. What all happened? What all got accomplished? What all didn't?
Well, started off, I believe the Pagodas, which there at first they were. I think they placed there for the first time ever in the Puppy Bay. They won it. And they ended up getting in the winner's circle like 3 times in the top 3.
Hell yeah.
I think they got a second in the Old and Young, first in the Puppy Bay, third in the novice. Randy had a puppy, won the Old and Young. She ended up getting the Futurity of the Year. Come back in the one dog, Miss Lori. Broke her little dry spell with her Joker dog, won the one dog. That's been a long time coming. He's been right there close a bunch. Finally sealed the deal. And then the 2 dog was the Goose and Fanboy show. They've been hot. They've been the team to beat for a minute. But we got it down to 11 pairs, and like 5 or 6 of the final 11 were all SMK. It was looking like it was going to be a long day for some, which they hit. I think they hit like 3 of the top 5 holes, but they didn't get the top one.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Quick thanks to the supporters of the Dixie Doggers podcast.
Light Hounds.
Southern Cross Cut Gear.
Phil Wilson with UC Hunting Properties.
Rankin Ranch 38 Cattle Company.
777 Kennels Advanced Canine Nutrition.
And the old Boars N Broads. They doing really good. They they coming on up.
They bring them to go and whoop on the whoa. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'd rather have that. There ain't no doubt.
Hell yeah.
Than the other, you know.
Yeah, well, y'all going to Hickory Crossing?
Gonna try to, man. Hickory Crossings, I try to go every chance I get. We didn't get to go. Was it last year or year before last?
Yeah, year before last.
Year before last, I didn't get to go, so we made it last year, and we're going to try to go, if we can. But right now, man, the way every work and stuff's been going, no guarantee on nothing, man.
We're trying to put a special treat in store. Don't know if we can pull it off yet, but we're working on it.
I got you.
Try to head east with a crew and a sound team and everything.
That'd be cool that'd be extra cool for sure.
Yep.
But like I said, man, that's my anniversary weekend, and usually me and the wife, she'll go with me.
She'll be trying to get rid of you for your anniversary.
Well, usually she goes with me. Like that's one of the only places she'll go is Hickory Crossing, and it's not to watch the bay, of course. It's so she knows I'm going to stay there at the bay, and I'm going to drink my part of the beer, and then she's going to go to Hartwell and do some shopping, and then go to South Carolina and do all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's fine with me. That's a good deal. So
I guarantee you.
So
if it
works out, we'll be there.
Of course, when I'm there, I'm stoked on the premises. I've never really been around there, but when running deer dogs up there with Zach, up in that part of the country,
mm-hmm.
so I got to see all that running them deer dogs, and then coming back down to Georgia, going hunting with Dr. Phil. And got to see more of that part of the country for that 7 to 10 days I was there than I did in 100 trips going to a hog band over there.
That's right. Yeah, Georgia's got a lot to see. It really does.
Yeah, I guarantee you, there's a lot of nice old towns over there.
Mm-hmm.
But old Hickory Crossing, look like Randy's talking about going. We're going to try to get Jay Bird. I don't know if we can pull it off yet. We're going working out on the logistics right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that'd be a hell of a deal to have the whole sound team and everybody over there.
No, ain't no doubt. That'd be awesome for real.
I guarantee.
That
I might even slip a cur dog or something in there, and we'll go catch some hogs somewhere.
I bet you there's some one laying around close.
I guarantee you. If ain't, we'll scare them up.
Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you, it won't be no problem for somebody to say, "Hey, I want to go catch one." Next thing you know, them old trucks will be pulling out the driveway.
I guarantee you. Speaking of pulling out the driveway, it don't seem like long, or it seems like a minute anyway, but it won't be long. Starting January, it's the first show. And then
what's the date on that January? What is it?
I think it's the 8th through the 11th.
Okay. That's what I knew it was going to be toward the first of it.
Yeah, Thursday the 8th through Sunday the 11th. And then Earl's will be the 16th through the 22nd. And then May, obviously, is Memorial Day weekend. So we got 3 in the first 5 months right there, action-packed. And we're gonna get a lot of notoriety, I believe, from like corporate sponsors and stuff now that we should have a new facility. Like I say, I don't know to what extent it'll be done by then, but this should be the last year without a brand new facility.
I got you. That's going to really step it up.
We're already accommodating thousands. We got to make it nicer. We can get, it's going to be the Woodstock of the South.
Yep.
I told them I want this to look like Daytona on race week, and we got to have the accommodations. So the state of Louisiana is working on it. Man, and we hopefully one day it turns into where we're getting a lot of these, big time like hunting guys and podcasts, different things, social media influencers that are hunters and different things coming out there and sharing a part of what we do.
Yep.
I feel like especially like somebody that's never been, once they come, like they plan the rest of their year around it.
Oh, that's without a doubt. I haven't missed one since I came at all.
They're all like, this is the coolest thing I've ever been to. And a lot of folks don't even realize what it is. They think, and even the few that think they have an idea, they're like, oh, it's a dog barking at a hog. They don't realize it's like we're taking the same dogs that you're hunting with and competing with them and doing it for tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands. And it sure lights a lot of folks' fire. The taxable income for the month of March in Winfield is greater than the other 11 months combined.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I call economic impact.
That's a fact. That is 100%. And that's one thing that I wish, I'm not going to say I wish, there's one thing that I got to find the right person to talk to here. And that'll definitely be where you come in to show, like, this is the economic impact that it can do to some of these smaller towns.
Yep.
Like, it can be very helpful. Like, of course, it would be one of the hardest things ever to have. You can't have an Uncle Earl's in every damn state, but you can work toward it. You can set it and say, hey, man, we got to start somewhere. You can start it.
I feel like the next step, which it may not be that far in the future, is like East Texas Wild Hog Festival. Mm-hmm. I feel like that would be a hit, man.
I think it would be. I really do.
Yeah. And you get like Winfield's a town of about 4,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be more than that just on the fairgrounds for 7 days, not counting the people that live there.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you build it, they will come. And then plus, everybody wants to see all the celebrities. They want to see Uncle Pat.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see Goose.
That's right.
You'd be surprised how many kids grown men won't take pictures with Goose.
Oh, yeah.
And they hear all the dogs they hear us talking about, like on here and stuff. They want to see them. They want to, when's so-and-so's turn? When's so-and-so's turn? And we'll go up there and watch.
Mm-hmm.
brings them across the country. Ain't nothing like it.
No, I mean, it's it, and there's certain ones that, of course you have naysayers and everything, but like to me, they don't even count. Like, just move on. There's not enough of them. We got everybody else knows that it's a good thing. And
well, here's one thing you got to do, and I try to tell people this too. Like, anytime you open yourself up to the public, you're not just opening yourself up for positive stuff.
No.
Like, everybody's going to be a critic, and some people are just negative right off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let that deter you.
No.
And no matter what their driving force is, if it's jealousy or just they might just be mean. Who knows? They might have been single for a while too. They're kind of bitter.
That's right. That's exactly right.
But promise you, if they come down to Winfield the third weekend in March, that'll be on their calendar the next year.
Mm-hmm. I know. Like, every time we go, we see the same people, but we also see tons of new people. So what does that tell you?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Everybody knows they're like, oh, well, so-and-so's going to be here. And like at the other shows, and not taking away anything from the other shows, by no means. But, sometimes it's harder to make one than the other one. But it's like Earl's, like you said, everybody's going to plan their whole year around that.
And it's really the only place where you can get all the gear, everything you need.
Everything.
And you can put your hands on it.
Mm-hmm.
The other places you just gotta order online,
mm-hmm.
and you might not like the way something fits, you might not like the way something feels. There, you put your hands on it, you can try it out, see if it's what you thought it was, and get it done. Like most of those vendors that come down there, that's their best week of the year. All them hunters in one spot, and like the crowd really don't even start getting there till like Wednesday evening.
Mm-hmm.
The big crowd. And a lot of times them guys will be sold out of stuff by Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So many people don't pick them folks came there to shop. They got money in their pocket and they buy them all out right there the first few days.
Yeah, they buy enough stuff for their whole year. To last them to the next event. They try to anyway.
Yeah, that's typically what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I go in there and get me a year's worth of whatever I need, bull snaps and tracking collars and whatever else.
That's right.
But I've been running them loose dogs so long, I ain't had to go through too many tracking collars.
Ours is getting better too. We went to them looser dogs, and we ain't tearing up near as much stuff.
I think I've had one at the collar guy at the shop for about 6 months now, and I just reminded him today. I was like, "Hey, bud, I need to get that collar. We finna start firing up again." But I ain't even needed it. I got 6 collars. Been running just a shit. That's a sign from God. I just need to run 5 dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully by the time that January Bay comes around, we done got the college football playoff ironed out, where it's Texas and Alabama or something like that. Maybe we can all get up there and have a blowout. I know Logan Campbell would love that. He needs a little revenge.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's still kind of sour about having to wear that Earl Campbell jersey.
Yeah, I was speaking to say, still sour about that, I believe.
Yeah, buddy. As long as it ain't LSU, I can do it. LSU or A&M.
Yeah.
I'd rather LSU win than A&M, to be honest.
Well, I don't have a preference over that, but it's like that here, with the Alabama-Auburn deal. And I'll be honest with you, man, for a long time, hell, I watched a lot of Auburn football, especially when they had the really top-of-the-notch running game. When they had Cadillac and all them boys, Cadillac and Ronnie Brown and all them, they were really,
Brandon
really
Jacobs.
good. And I don't know, after that, it kind of just, I guess I watched more out of Alabama than anything.
Yeah. Well, Cam Newton, he come in there and won him a title.
Oh, yeah. Big head Cam.
When they had Cadillac and Ronnie, they had a third guy that was like my size, like 6'4", 260.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Jacobs. He didn't get to play as much. He was a third wheel. Well, I was at McNeese. He's sitting in the locker room with us. Because back in them days, if you transferred, you had to sit out a year unless you went down a division. So we're playing in the first round playoff game, number 1 in the country. Brandon Jacobs is talking about coming to play at McNeese, where we get smoked by Northern Arizona. He ends up going off somewhere else, and they win the national title the next year.
Yeah, that's something true. Now he was a player.
He played for the Giants for 10 years, probably, or close to it.
It's crazy how some of those guys can get in there and they just get set back. It's not that they're not good players.
Yeah, they just weren't Cadillac.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean that there wasn't many people Cadillac at all.
Yeah, they ain't never been a lot of people that was Cadillac.
No, it's going smooth now.
Yeah, buddy.
But it's been quite a few years since they've had a sure enough team like that. Anyway, as far as I know.
Yeah. Well, this year the SEC, man, the offenses are so. Oh man, they're bad. Florida, Texas, LSU, Georgia. They ain't a full offense between all four of them teams. That game against Oklahoma, I felt like we were winning it by 30, and it was up 13-6. Oklahoma couldn't get a first down, and we couldn't either.
Hell.
But
seems like it comes in waves like that. Like you'll have several years where it's offense, and then the next time it'll be just defense like that.
Yeah, well, I'd sleep a lot easier at night if I knew we could move sticks.
Yeah. That's how you make points.
They're putting all this pressure on Arch. I believe it's the coach. We ain't had an offense since we got Sarkisian from Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
We can't score, not against nobody.
That's a lot. Talking about scoring and points and stuff. I was talking to Randy not long ago, and he was talking about the amount of points that the dogs had this year for his kennel. What did he wind up with? Do you remember?
Man,
it's a lot, wasn't it?
That's astronomical. I don't remember exactly. It was over 100 kennel points. And he had like 3 of the top 4 dogs and the puppy futurity of the year. So when he didn't run that many dogs, but he had, like I said, he had 3 of the highest scoring ones, and then the puppy, he had the highest scoring puppy too.
Right.
That puppy, that Cali dog, that dog's gonna be something. She's gonna fit right in with the rest of them.
Hell yeah. So who are you looking at this coming season to really just kind of break through and really shut them down? Who do you think?
Johnny's green gene dog. I mean, honestly, the same old ones at the top are still, they ain't hurt. They ain't slowing down.
Yeah.
Max might be showing a little age, but that's about it. But like Johnny's green gene dog, Tiger of Triple R, and Elmo of Triple R, they're still solid as they ever been. Goose and Fanboy. And the 2 dogs, like them 2 are in the 2 dog, they're hell to beat, man.
Oh, yeah.
I think they've won since May. They didn't win in May, but since then, I think they've won every 2 dog they entered in. First.
Damn.
Not second. Not getting close. They won it.
Yeah.
And it ain't neither one of them. They ain't got no worse for the wear. They look strong as they ever have. And Goose especially. Like, Goose has got the shortest memory. I think that's part of what makes them so special. Like, you might see Fanboy look human every now and then. Goose, he don't ever look human. He's just not. Who knows how long? Yeah, he ought to be wore down.
You would think. That's what we can say. He's starting to hit that. He's getting up in the years now. He's 7.
I think he'll be
right.
Yeah, he's 7. He's fixing to be 8. I think.
Yeah.
Next year, next middle of the season, he'll be 8.
So he's starting.
Max will be like 11. Fanboy, I think, will be 6. But on Callie, she'll be 2. She just barely out of the old and young now. Callie's in her prime, right? Which, of course, I don't think he's broke her out in the 1 dog event yet. That 2 dog she sells. That's off of the champ that unseated Goose last year. That's off of Hand Grenade and Goose's sister. So she ought to be. She's supposed to be what she is.
Yeah, she got the right stuff in the background. That's for damn sure.
I guarantee you. And she looks like Goose.
I talked to Alan Adams a little while back, and I asked him a question. Because he's had some little bit different views on some of the bay pen stuff. But I'm not trying to get off on all that, but it's just a question I asked him, and I've tend to ask a couple of different people here lately because you hear so much about goose. I said, I asked him, do you think that more people would come to compete, not come to watch, but come to compete if goose wasn't what he is or wasn't there or whatever? He was like, yeah, I think so. And I think there would be, as far as the competition part, but me,
yeah.
Now that's being a realist, but the competitive side of it, that would be the reason I want to be there, is because, like, who's going to beat him? I want to beat him.
Yeah. Well, I'll be the first to tell you.
I wonder why people don't look at it like that.
If Goose was gone for 2 shows, like, there would be a lot more people trying at it because they know it'd be easier.
Mm-hmm.
And not just the people that ain't coming. What about the people that are coming?
Oh yeah.
Like, if they come with 4 dogs, if Goose ain't there, they might come with 9.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even like and there's like like in football, they used to call it the Bama factor. When Saban was there.
That's right.
Like all these SEC coaches, like, you got 2 years. If you don't win, move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they kept building these programs up, year 2 or 3, and then they fire the coach and they start right back from ground zero. You can't do that just because there's one freak in the woodpile. And before him, it was really anybody's game every year. Most of the time, it came down to the last class of each show to see who was going to be the world champion for the whole 12 months. One time, it even did that with Goose and Clyde.
Mm-hmm.
The year 2020, we had to move Earls back to October.
Yeah.
And we went in for the best of the best. There was 2 dogs left, number 1 and number 2. Whoever wins is your world champion.
Damn.
And that was exciting times.
Oh yeah.
I wish it was like that every year. Like,
ain't no doubt.
Like car racing, they have Daytona 500 in February. We have our Daytona 500 in March.
Mm-hmm.
That sucker ought to be the end of the year when we crown the champion there.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah. Ain't no doubt.
It would be like a culture shock the first year, but after that, everybody would be like, well, this is how it's supposed to be.
I think so. I mean, like, when I very first started paying attention to what you guys were doing, I thought that's what it was. I thought, like, Uncle Earl's is where, okay, this is where the king is crowned and all that. And now it's been years ago, but I always felt like, just like you said, I think for people who have been around and have done it long enough, it would be easier to do that, because it's just like, it seems like that's where it should happen.
Yeah. And like, eventually too, I don't say it has to, but eventually one year it would sure be beneficial to do that, because I think, like, in the coming years, things are going to happen fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the numbers we had this year, we start getting this state money for economic development and stuff in these good facilities. I don't think it's long, which we've had celebrities there in the past. They typically just make an appearance and shimmy out the door.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I got a feeling that, like, this would be a place where, like the Hannah Barons and stuff like that come and be seen by their fans, like, it was a big deal 10 or 15 years ago or so. The Duck Dynasty people would all come.
Yeah.
And which, who knows, now that they're getting back after it, they're back on TV and they may start coming again.
Yeah,
who
they
knows?
very well could.
But
which, I know Jeff, he's Hannah's dad. He still, they hog hunt some, and he used to have some cur dogs. I don't know if he still got dogs or not, but I don't think he does.
Yeah.
But I know he still traps and takes care of some stuff. They hunt with a couple old boys I know down there on some of them big plantations, and which they're only just a couple hours down south from us. Hannah and her dad.
Well, what town are they in?
I think they're in Baldwin County.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
But she's on the road somewhere, some type of outdoor event.
They're always gone.
It might be a mud bogging or a concert or a rodeo. And, ain't no reason like and it's not just her. There's a lot of people that are like social media influencers and outdoor stuff. Dale Brisby,
Yeah.
to a certain degree, Jay Bird, our production guy, he he has like they know he knows Dale Brisby good enough that he knows his name ain't Dale Brisby.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And like it'll be something like that where those type of guys are there, recording some shows, getting to know some characters because God knows we've got a bunch of them, and partaking in the festivities. That's 3/4 of it right there.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, they all see each other all year long with these shows, and at Earl's, it just seems like they always take it to the next level.
That's right.
And they guys you didn't think would stay up past 10 o'clock. Next thing you know, watching the sun come up. Howling at the moon a little bit.
That's right. And that's always fun.
And we stay up till daylight sometimes and wake up at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning and see somebody back into our car.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Like, how did we miss that?
So I don't know. That was tragic. I come out there and I was like, man, today's gonna be a good day. And I was like, well, hopefully better than this.
Yeah.
Like somebody left me a hell of a dent.
Yeah, I left a big ass dent in it. Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
It all worked out.
Yeah, but
it's okay.
Like you said though, there's people like that out there that they're on the same. They do the same things that we do, as far as in the outdoor world and all that stuff. And I think it'd really be beneficial if we could get some of them there.
The main thing they do, like they're really diverse. Mm-hmm. Like you might see Hannah on a gar hunting trip. You might see her on a bow hunting trip.
They live below Montgomery down. They live in Laverne, Crenshaw County, not Baldwin.
But they'll be hunting elk, whitetail.
Mm-hmm.
I've even seen them. I've never seen them hunt with dogs, but I have seen them shooting squirrels or shoot a hog with a rifle or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she's like I want to say it ain't been a month or so ago they went on that big gar hunting, and they were bow hunting for gar in Texas.
Yeah.
And you get all them kind of people together, like the sky's the limit.
Oh, ain't no damn.
We damn sure have the medium there to get them all together and have a good time, have a good production. Especially if you got all the amenities that we're fixing to have.
That's exactly right. Well, there's a guy that his name's JJ Lawhorn, and he's coming up pretty good in country music, but he sings he's a country boy. He runs dogs. He's got quite a lot of music out right now about anything from running bear hounds and deer hounds to hog dogging to coon dogs or whatever. And not just that, he's got all kinds of music out, and I think he's in Tennessee. And I've talked with him a little bit.
He's making country music. He better be in Tennessee. If he ain't there, he needs to move there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's originally from like Virginia, maybe from out in that way. But like I said, he's a country boy, ain't no doubt. But he's stepping on up. He's coming on up pretty good.
Yeah. Maybe we can get him out there. We always, any of the local guys that can still sing and play after the show's over, we always hire at least 2 or 3 nights a week, get somebody to play. Mm-hmm. Do a little picking and grinning.
That's right.
Plus the Cajun camp, they're out there doing their thing too. They play music pretty much all week.
Oh yeah, Cajun camp, that's one of the highlights of the whole deal.
I guarantee that was the first place I ever introduced a lot of people to armadillo eggs.
Oh yeah.
A lot of folks never had armadillo eggs till they come to the Cajun camp.
Them fellas can cook too.
Yes, they can. They had some hamburgers there last year that were just like 1 pound hamburgers.
Yeah,
and it was so awesome.
Yeah, and then they ask if you want another patty on there. Yeah. No, I believe this one here will work.
Yeah, this will be all right. It's gonna hold me.
Might need it to go box.
Yeah, no doubt. Hell, I can't keep Rodney from over there. Rodney's ass loves going over there. He'll be sitting on the side of the road waiting. He was like, "Well, that food's gonna be done in a minute. We got to go."
What does Rodney do when y'all go hunting? The cameraman, is he hands on? What's he do?
He bitches and moans about it. Gets mad at me all the time. Yeah.
I seen y'all on Snapchat when y'all was loading the truck the other day.
Oh,
Had everything loaded up. So there's your seat. Get in, Rodney. Let's go.
Yeah. I got some more I'm going to put on there. I had him singing, dancing in the parking lot, doing some Milli Vanilli, but he didn't know the words to it, but he did it.
You ain't got to know. It's more of a vibe than it is a word.
It's
you know
straight,
what I mean?
yes, it is. That's exactly what it was. We was down there with all them folks, and Mr. Morris, he said, why is he sitting in the damn truck? I said, he's playing video poker. He said, he ain't worth a damn, is he? I said, no, he ain't worth a damn. But, of course, then when he gets out and he starts talking to everybody and cutting up and clowning, and then he's the life of the party.
Yeah, buddy. I like the shit out of Rodney Bell.
Yeah. He's
it wouldn't take long. We get all them hunting show type people down there. Rodney'd be a household name. He'd be one of the characters on every one on the show.
Oh, ain't no doubt. I told him yesterday we was coming back. I don't remember what it was anyway. He was talking about something. I told him, I said, I'm going to make you famous, Rodney. I'm telling you, I'm going to make you famous. Somebody's going to see him and be like, God, I got to have it.
You know why he's going to be so famous? Why he's going to be so popular anyway? Because he'll work for cheap.
Yes. Yes, he'll work for cheap. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, buddy.
I've been slave driving his ass for years now for nothing.
Well, how's y'all's old bay pen dogs doing?
Well, Junior has been trying to sire litters to dogs he shouldn't even be messing with, but he thinks he's a stud dog.
Yeah.
And now he will rig off the box. He rig out the box. Chaos will cast like cast dog's supposed to cast.
Yeah, he'll trail one a little faster than 2 or 3 miles an hour. Huh?
Well, if he's asleep, I think he can get about 4.
Hell yeah!
If he's sleeping, and it's been dry, so that some bitch was out there spitting on the dirt, get a track started.
I guarantee you. I got one out here. He'll rake up a pile of leaves, back up and poop a hog track.
Oh, they doing good. And I literally was just talking about this, me and my wife actually, and I told her, I said, they're getting the age now they should be about right. You know what I mean? There should be let's be 4 years old. They're 4 years old, going on 5, I think.
Yeah.
And
as good as you'll ever be. After about 6, they start going down.
Yeah, I said so. So now they
if nothing else, just got maybe not an ability, but maybe athletic.
Yeah.
Be a little slower.
But I figured I said, I'll probably run them pretty good. But I tell you what, I crossed them with a woods dog, and this is just a straight rough. It's a rougher side dog, And them puppies, I don't like bragging on dogs, and I'm not bragging on them, but they're as good young dogs as I've ever seen. Period, hands down. And if they can sire dogs like that, then I'm happy with that part. But now imagine what they would do if I bred them to some real good bay pen stock as well. See what they could throw that way, because the bay is there. I feel like that's what's lacking in a lot of dogs that I've hunted with and that I've owned is the dogs they can trail a hog up, they can run the hog, they can stop the hog, and they can bay the hog. But the way they bay and how hard they bay and the length of time they bay has always been on the shorter side for me, because sometimes it takes us a while to get there. Well,
and they're so intense that they're it ain't what they came up doing. They was baying them bay trials.
That's right.
And kind of burning through that energy real fast because they had to work perfect and that keep going,
And those
dogs
in the woods,
go back to Miss Joyce.
Yes.
Don't they?
Yep.
Well, they bred for it. Years of hog hunters there.
Those
came from over there by where Randy lives in Sour Lake, Texas.
Yeah, I think she said, Clyde's their daddy.
Yeah.
And
well, one of them might have. I know her old Catahoulas came from Sour Lake. Clyde, I think, came from Walzak.
Yeah, from Patrick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but
he hunts too.
Yeah, I was going to say they work.
He staggered over a couple of hogs. I don't know if he really hunts them.
And you know, and that we talked, me and Alan, we talked about that too. And it's something I feel like we can talk about without going astray on anything else, is the ability of these dogs to be a bay pen dog and a woods dog at the same time. I feel like, yes, they can, but at the same time, the consistency factor of saying, okay, I've got a bay pen, and I'm not talking about all the years past. I'm talking about in today's world. Having a bay pen dog that is like say hand grenade or tiger or Elmo or one of those dogs, can they go to the woods and consistently produce hogs by themselves, as well as they can bay in a pen? And then can you take a woods dog?
I believe they would, but they wouldn't live long. The way their method of doing it.
Okay, there you go. No,
they're rough.
That's honesty, yeah. Because I've had that discussion with a couple other people, and they'll be like, oh yeah, they'll do it just as good in the woods as they will in the pen. Well, like you said, they
probably ain't that good in the pen.
I was fixing to say, but are they that good in the pen? That's the thing. It's like, not if you got dogs that are okay. Like my dogs, they're okay. But that's what but they're not.
That might have been what they were trying to say. Is like, man, he's just half-assed in the pen. He's half-assed in the woods too.
I believe that's probably more along the lines of what it is, Jake. You know what? That's very well said. Because to have one that's going to be like winning money all the time and then putting hogs on the tailgate all the time, like how common would that be?
There was a time where people would almost shame you out of the bay pen if your dog wouldn't go find a hog. Like I remember, like there was at a certain point where we were winning a lot of money, and we were like, I mean, dogs are just getting injured all the time. Like, okay, we got a bunch of dogs. Ain't no reason to run this one in both.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's just culture. If he's if he's a racehorse, you don't take him off the track.
Oh, I agree.
Too much to be gained, and plus, I'm a hog hunter. I love it. I wouldn't never talk bad about it, but you can catch hogs with a stray poodle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I believe in it. In a lot of places, you sure can.
You can't go win a bay pen with a stray poodle.
Nope. And that I agree with that to a huge extent, because I've found hogs with about any kind of dog you can imagine, just like you have. You know what I mean? And
I've seen folks that won't even. I've seen people load up their yard dogs in a boat, a Rhodesian Ridgeback, a Chow, and a Feist, and go catch hogs.
Mm-hmm.
They might tree squirrels and kill 3 possums, but hey, they're having fun.
That's right. And see, that's what I'm talking about when I get into this side of things. When we start in that discussion, is like, so what I'm talking about is a hog dog, not a dog that can find a hog.
That's right.
I'm talking about if there's one hog on 10,000 acres, and I put out on that 8-hour-old track, and he's gonna have to trail him and run him all day long if it takes it, and stop him and bay him by himself. And there's not a lot of those dogs out there that's being produced. There's a lot of people say they have them, but ain't nobody got in the truck and came up here and showed me. And I went to everywhere that they said they had them.
Yeah. Now,
but they got a lot of hogs. If you don't have a lot of hogs, you got to have a better dog. That's just common sense. That's just plain and simple.
And I think we touched on this the last time we talked about the running walker. Like, if God had made anything better than that, he either ain't showed it to us yet or he kept it for himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you want to show enough, go yonder. And I ain't talking about catch one hog on 10,000 acres. I'm talking about there's 23 hogs out on here on 10,000 acres, and you catch all 23 of them.
Yes, there you go.
The big ones, the mean ones, the rough ones, the little ones, the runners, everything.
Exactly.
And I ain't saying nobody don't have luck with other kind of dogs. I'm just saying the most versatile, well-rounded dog there's ever been was a running walker.
And there was a time where I would have been like, I'd have to see it and blah, blah, blah. But, well.
I was the world's worst. And we hunted straight rough yellow dogs down in the marsh.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you what, right now, there ain't nothing in the world better. than a straight rough yellow dog down in the marsh.
Mm-hmm.
Way more efficient, but you can take that running walker and you can catch hogs there, or you can catch hogs on the side of a mountain. You can catch hogs on the flatland. You can catch hogs in a thicket. Way better than that yellow blackmouth can.
Yep. Yeah, that's where it's come to with us as well. There's very few dogs, and we had that. I've talked to other people that, they talk about the cur dog stuff, and they're like, well, the cur dogs just they're nowhere near that. Well, there's some out there, but they're not. Yeah, there's not
anomalies in it. There's anomalies in everything.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. There's some.
Like one of the truest things Pat ever said is there ain't nothing in this world better than a good blue tick.
Yeah.
You just got to get about 10,000 of them to get one.
Ain't that the damn truth? You got to go through a bunch of them.
But like every now and then, like once every 15, 20 years, a blue tick will win like the state championship coon hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it was just 2 or 3 years ago, a blue tick won Louisiana. And we were all like, it's such a rarity. Everybody was talking about it. Like, hey, a blue tick won Louisiana. Everybody was like, yeah, because they had that $500,000 hunt over in Missouri. All the walker dogs are over there.
Well, I know for a fact I stumbled upon a gentleman, and I don't know what he's done, but I guess out of 60 or 70 years of doing it, he's probably found those anomalies. And I seen a whole truckload of them this past weekend. And you can ask Nate, I kept saying, look at them blue ticks. Look at them blue ticks. Like, I'm talking about walker dogs, plot dogs, English dogs of all colors. They were
not racist.
Every dog you can imagine. There was one truck out there. That some gun had a bunch of blue dogs. And when they get something going or they lose something or whatever, he'd kick one out. And it happened every single time. I was like, damn. I don't know what the hell he's feeding or where he found them at, but he's the only person I've ever seen with, a pack of them that are good. Yeah. I was like, damn, that's an anomaly right there in itself.
And you can crossbreed them too. It's like which I don't know if it'll work as good as it does with plots, but like some of the best hog dogs I ever seen was crossed up plots.
Mm-hmm.
I'm critical of the plot or as critical of a plot as anybody. But my best dog on right now, he's about a quarter. You would look at him, you wouldn't think he had any.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got some in him.
The weird thing that's all these young dogs that we've bred up, all of them look like they got half plot or better in them. Some of them look full-blooded plot. And I ain't had a plot on this yard in many, many, many years.
So throwback.
It's
Either that or Rodney Bell's got his yard dog running loose over.
Rodney probably did. It's probably Rodney dogs.
Rodney keep an eye on him.
Now, we bred some Catahoula and blackmouth curs, and there's a lot of brindle showed up,
Yeah.
And but there's a couple of them like they got a lot of characteristics that an old school, more cur style plot would have. A little shorter ears, but they're long legged, deep chested, and they run like a sumbitch. That's what I need.
I want them to go out there and find one and stay with it till it stops.
Well, last week we was out there, and I was about to pull my hair out for a little while, but then I sat down. I was like, well, hell, let's just go get some lunch and come back. And it wasn't but 2 puppies out. Hell, my old walker dog was in the box. And I had 2 cur puppies out, and I think it was about 6.5 hours later we got them up. I said, I can't come. I mean, why would any man complain that has dogs? Why would any man complain about that? Here I was over there fixing to start bitching and griping because they stayed out, didn't want to come back. I was like, why would you complain?
Yep, that's what we're feeding for.
Mm-hmm.
But talking about listening to some of the most recent episodes, that Melon Creek ranch.
Yeah.
Here in Texas, that dude is the real deal. I don't really know him personally. We speak on Facebook Messenger and stuff.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of guys that do know him.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude is the real deal. And some of his relatives hog hunt. He just cat hunts.
Yeah. He said his son hog hunts a good bit.
Yeah, I don't guess I really know his son. I think his son, if it's the one I'm thinking of, is like a renowned team roper, like NFR type guy.
I don't know.
Uh,
I really don't. He sent me a picture the other day and said his son, and I think he wound up posting the same thing. Me and him have got where we talking a good bit, but his son, his brother, and somebody else gave his son some dogs, and he's got his own pack of bobcat hounds now. And I thought that was
yeah.
crazy. I said he's been hunting his daddy's dogs for his dad when his dad's gone
Well,
or something, and now he's got dogs, and he don't even have none of his dad's dogs.
well, one of his brothers has got some dogs, not from me, but through me. They wanted some Catahoulas.
Yeah.
And some old man down there always hunt blue dogs. And he asked where he could get some. And I said, man, honestly, for hunting, I'd be pretty selective, but I know a guy. And I hooked him up with a guy from Louisiana. I think he got a pair of them. And one of them, he said, was as fine a dog as he's ever had.
Nice.
But they do it all. They own a big tract of land. I want to say it is the largest continuous tract of land in Texas. Like bigger. It's not as big as the King Ranch, but the King Ranch is like 4 pieces. This one is the largest continuous piece of ground in the whole state.
Well, that's what he meant because we talked, after.
I want to say like upwards of 600,000 acres.
Holy shit. He told me, Dan said, he's like, hell, you come out and hunt. He said, we can hunt. I was like, for how long?
Yeah.
And he was like, however long you want to stay. He said, we'll never see the same dirt.
Yeah. Like that you wasn't just talking to an average fellow.
Yeah.
No.
And some of the things we had a good conversation. And the more, like I said, we talked on the podcast and then he was like, hey, I want to talk to you some more when we're done. So we hung out and talked a while, talked about dogs and different things like that. And then, well, let's just say me and him, we hit it off pretty good, and I'm going to be going to visit.
Well, when you come by,
pick you up,
pick me up.
Yes, sir.
But what's really cool is that family, like one brother hog hunts, one cat hunts, which I assume that the oldest brother, I think his name is, who was that you were talking to? Dan?
Dan, yeah.
All right, I believe Joe is a big turkey hunter. He is on which he might have already done it, where he's trying to kill a turkey in all 50 states.
Good Lord.
I think, just a handful of years ago, he was down to like less than 10 states.
Damn.
I didn't know. I don't follow him as closely anymore, but I think he's accomplished it by now.
Wow, that's.
But Will Booth has gone down there hunting with him, turkey hunting. And got to know him pretty well, which I'd already known Thomas a little bit. That's the youngest brother.
Okay.
He's come here and got some dogs and stuff. But great folks, and they he wasn't over the top about what he has, but they do have a special tract of land there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he seemed like he's really humble guy. He didn't talk about how great he was because he's done it so long or not that long or whatever. He's just like, I don't know.
Well, I like how he kind of talked about the limitations of his dogs sometimes. He'd be like, yeah, if we went up in the Appalachian Mountains, my dogs probably wouldn't be worth crap.
Mm-hmm.
But right here, that's similar to what I was talking about with the yellow dogs in the marsh.
Yeah.
Like, you take them walker dogs, you catch 7, 8 hogs, I'm going to catch 12.
That's right.
But you can take them walker dogs anywhere in the world and go catch 12.
Yeah. I've come to terms with that for sure. I said, I hated, I think it was at Earl's. I had to go up and tell Ed Barnes, I had to eat crow on that a little bit because me and him had talked a while back, and I was like, I will never own a walker dog or a hound dog that's going to be barking on track. I don't care. It's not going to happen. And, well, the good Lord gave me enough sense to know when to say when and say, hey, you got to do something different. You got to do something that works. Yeah. And he was kind enough to send it in the form of John Blanton and one of those dogs.
And especially folks like us, like common folks, like we're hunting, like a nice piece of land for us might be a 2,500 acre hunting club.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't hunt that sucker all year long.
No.
You're going to run it dry, run it on the neighbor's
That's
property.
right.
So you in the network of friends you might have 12 spots that size.
That's right.
Rarely. I'm not saying some men don't have a 10,000 acre club or 14,000 acre club, something like that, but I don't.
Yeah.
We have leased cow pastures up and down bodies of water and stuff. That's really how we're able to hog hunt as much as we do. And plus, I'm on like 2 clubs around the neighborhood of 4,000 to 5,000 acres. And it's just enough to keep us active.
That's same for us. But traveling is where we get to really hunt.
Yeah.
Going to visit with other folks and stuff like that, man.
And that's why you got to diversify that pack. That's where you run into things where like, hey, this old closed mouth cur dog I got right here ain't what it's going to take.
Yep. And that's how I learned that, honestly, was by taking certain dogs and going to other places and like having a closed mouth cur dog that casted better than most cur dogs would. That really was a plus. But after about 3 hours of hard running, say if it's a 2 or 3 hour race, that cur dog was already about out, or it was out, one of the two. And some of those races were longer. And those guys that had some of the dogs that were mixed, say they had a quarter hound in them or eighth the hound in them, I just noticed, I was like, man, they just do a lot better. And then the half and half, some of them bitches were just blowing it out of the water. Yeah, they were barking on track some, but they were so damn fast it didn't matter.
Well, the best I'd ever seen were full-blooded.
Mm-hmm. Like that's what I've got.
Full-blooded, like what you got, fox dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And we went and bought a mess of them one year. And Brandon Fowler told me, he's like, don't get discouraged. On all these, you might buy 10 of these before one of them turns out. But that one will be the best dog you've ever fed.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't bullshitting.
Yep. That some bitch, last Saturday was the first time since we've had him that I put him out and he did not start a track right off. And when I say, like, I mean, he hunted and hunted, he made a loop and came back. But now keep in mind, I picked him up when he come out on the road up ahead of us, or Nate did. Nate called and picked him up because I was like, well, hell, I don't want to run all day long. Mm-hmm. We had a guest with us, and those puppies that I've been starting, I put them with him. And like I said, we picked Rick up. Well, hell, and puppies, they went ahead and crossed. And we said, hell, let them run a little bit. They don't know that they're cur dogs. They think they're running walkers. And Lord, I hope they stay just like that. Because I'm telling you, have some bitches, I think it was an 8-mile run, and they were gone for 6.5 hours. I said, shit, if a little 1-year-old cur dog would do that, sign me up.
Yeah, keep running him with that dog.
That's all I will. Yep.
That's all he'll know he's supposed to do.
That's right. Because if you let him start doing what most cur dogs do, you're not going to get that kind of performance. I know there's some guys out there that's got cur dogs that can outrun everything in the world. I know that, but I don't have them, and so I'm happy. Yeah. I'm happy also, to get some.
What'll help a cur dog is he'll especially if you get 2 of them together, they'll put their mouth on it.
Yeah.
Go in there and start a fight, maybe get injured. Who knows what? Like right now, I ain't into that. I went through a spell where every time it showed treat on the Gorman, you better drop what you're doing and get there because it's fixing to be a mess.
Yes.
And I grew out of that. I ain't gonna say there's days that I don't want that.
Oh, I know.
It's nothing more frustrating than going on a 6-hour race and you get there and it's 160 pounds south.
Yes, I agree.
Like we probably could have caught that a while ago, but at the same time, I'm not keeping score. I'm hunting for fun.
Yes.
I got my kids with me and I got to take their dog to the vet on an emergency trip on a Saturday afternoon. That ain't no fun.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
But like on the other hand, in the same scenario, is if there's only one track that you find that's worth the shit, and it's as big as a damn Copenhagen can, you put out on him, and it takes 6 hours to run him, you got the power to do that.
Yep.
Or 8 hours, whatever it is. You run his lungs out, and then he stops. You go in there and get him, theoretically. But at the same time, like you said, if you do that with some of them cur dogs, that you get 2 or 3 of them in there, and they get close enough, they're going to keep pushing him, or they're going to try to catch him. They're going to get cut down.
And they'll get tired of running him too. They'll be like, hell with this. Let's try to catch him.
Yes.
And And that's after he done broke twice and he's 7 miles from you.
Yeah, where he ain't supposed to be at. That's the issue we run into. We're on somebody else's damn property, you know.
Yeah, but
it's work for us.
It kind of made me think of something there, like being honest about your dogs and whatnot. Yeah. Like you already know how I feel. Walker dog, best thing God ever created.
Mm-hmm.
But where a lot of people, especially Walker dog people, sometimes some of them are smart enough to know. Sometimes they don't want to admit a cur dog is faster than a Walker dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's the elephant in the room. They just ain't. They're way faster than that Walker dog from here to the highway. But that Walker dog can stay that fast for 8 hours.
Exactly.
That's the difference. So sometimes there are certain situations where a cur dog will outshine it. You know, now who knows? Walker dog might have jumped the track, the cur dog come there and finished it, passed him up and finished it.
Yeah.
But there's some places where you run that hard from here to the highway, you out to race because you can't go no more.
Mm-hmm. And that's I try to do it like that sometimes. If I know there's going to be, or if I got a good idea, there's going to be something laying around within 500 to 800 yards. If I can put Rick out and let him get one started, as soon as he opens up a little bit and gets the bumping, I'll throw them cur dogs out and they're going to run to him. And then they'll probably pick that track up and outrun him and get to the hog faster. That's on a short run. And if the hog will take a bait, well, we got him. And if he don't, well, they're going to run him hard as they can for as long as they can. Then old Rick's still going to be running that son of a bitch.
Yeah, and I'll get ahead and I'll pick them up.
Yep, and then you'll put back to him.
Yeah, I got an old, he's a black and tan cur dog off of Mo Ellie dog. She was the mama to a bunch of good bait pen champions. And I free cast all my dogs. Mm-hmm. We jump on, whatever gets behind, they ain't getting to finish. They're coming with me. Mm-hmm. I'm getting ahead. And when I get close, that black one, I promise you, the running is over. And he is good at it.
Yeah.
It's like once you load him up in that box, he already knows. Like, all right, I ain't got to run no more. He's gonna drop me on it.
How close do you try to get?
I don't care if I'm that close. I just need to know that hog crossed right there.
There you go.
Like we done been a mile or two.
Amen.
And drop him right there. When he sees him the next time, he's not barking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he's on the race and it stops, he'll bay it.
Yeah.
But if you send him like that, he ain't barking. He knows Daddy's tired of running.
That's exactly right. I had an old dog named King. At one time we had 3 like that. We would use 1 or 2 of ours and then a couple of Rodney's dogs, and they'd be running. If that son of a bitch broke, that second time he ain't going to break. Like you said, if he even got the second bait, because if I got where I seen him, where he crossed at, or if I could get to where I could hear him good, I'm sending him. And by God, we ain't barking no more.
Have you ever seen Matt Latham's Jagger dog in the bait pen?
Yeah.
The one that catches out a lot?
Oh, yeah.
This is his litter mate brother.
Okay, well, that explains it.
Yeah. Like, and that was the only loud colored one like that. Like the rest of them were all looked like, they weren't as pretty as Jagger.
Yeah.
They look like old farm hands. Mine's straight black and tan. Looks kind of like your dog's, except he's got rough hair because he's got a little air down in him.
I got you. Well, that one I was talking about a while ago, that Black Dog Jr., that son of a bitch, he's breeding to an Airedale. So,
hell yeah.
I can't tell nobody that. You know what I'm saying? No, people they'll disown me if they knew them dogs had some Airedale in them.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put that running walker back over them some bitches.
I got one that it's about 7/8 running walker, but it's got a little Patterdale in it, and I don't like telling people that.
Well, it is what it is.
Oh, Ralph Perkins.
Yeah.
But he's a hand. He can be whatever he wants as long as he hunts hard.
Well, I mean that's the name of the game, is to hunt hard. You can have dogs that are lazy, don't want to hunt much, and then you can do all the hunting for them. And that just ain't for me no more.
Was there anything else exciting in the last few episodes that I missed that we might could talk about? it don't have to be nothing specific. Just anything maybe I ain't talked about yet.
Well, let's see.
It's hard to catch up, especially when you got all them long podcasts. But I knew when I heard Mr. Brayman on there, I was like, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing and listen to this one.
Oh yeah. Well, we were actually supposed to go on a hunt with Raymond in Arkansas about a month ago, and somehow we got the dates mixed up. I was nailing on shingles. I was up there. We just beating the hell out of shingles. He called. He said, "Y'all guys still coming?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, well, Terry's going to open the camp up." He said, "Be there at 7." I was like, "Okay." Then he takes me back. I said, "You talking about Tuesday, right?" He said, "Yeah, today's Tuesday." I said, "No, next Tuesday." He said, "No, this Tuesday." I said, "Oh my God." And so I literally jacked around and messed up one of the best opportunities I could have had to go hunt with, somebody like that.
Who was this?
Raymond Plummer.
Oh, Raymond Plummer. Oh, okay.
Yeah, could have went and hunted with Mr. Plummer. So that's one thing I messed up. And but then we got him on, did an episode with him. We just let it out not long ago, a few days ago. We did a couple of them with
you had another one with Mr. Plummer?
It's been out how long?
Yeah, come out Thursday.
Yeah, just this past Thursday.
Or Friday.
Oh, because I listened to the first one.
Yeah. Oh, we got another one. I think we done 3 or 4 now.
Oh,
that first, well, it may not have been the first one then. But I learned a lot.
I have thing to say.
I didn't agree with but you don't have to agree. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's obviously got a baseline for what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I'm so adamant. There's, obviously he don't think a running walker is the best thing that was ever born.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. He definitely does not.
But his family might not have ate as much pork as mine. Like sometimes you need to catch 18 hogs in a day.
Well, and the thing about it is I've never hunted with any of his dogs. And that's why I wanted to go hunting with him. I said, I want to go see these dogs, Hell, I got to see them. And I've talked to 2 or 3 people, and everybody I've talked to, they said, man, these summer guns will go. But, I don't know how they'll, which hell, where he hunts at up there in North Arkansas and was it Missouri and stuff, there's a lot of, he's in the mountains. And so it'd be kind of the same terrain that I'm in. But like I said, I like what I got already. Yeah. But I would try one. It'd have to really be shining. I think they would, but other than that, as far as episodes on stuff, we did one with an anthropologist that just got back from Africa. When are you going to Has it been out yet?
No, it should come out Wednesday.
It'll come out this Wednesday. And
what's interesting is he talk about?
He is doing a study right now about how people gathered their food here in the Southeast, here or in the Deep South, by using dogs, hog dogs, coon dogs, whatever. And he's going to come to Uncle Earl's. He's going to come there with us. I'm going to introduce y'all and get y'all hooked up because that's part of the culture. He's basically the tradition, heritage, and culture of the way that we hunt and the things that we do to get our food here in the South. That's what he's studying. That's what he's doing a book on. Like I said, he just went to Africa and hung out with the Hadzabe tribe, the guys that do the clicking when they talk, Yeah. And this is how cool this is, Jake. He was sitting down around a fire in a village in Kenya, listening to Raymond Plummer on Dixie Doggers podcast with a translator telling all those tribesmen what we were saying.
That's awesome.
Now, is that not the coolest thing, man? To me, I just thought that's the highlight. I'm like, dude.
Well, maybe it won't be long. He'll be doing that with Uncle Earl's.
Well, that's where we're going with it. Like I said, we already done put the word out. We've already talked with him. And like I said, this will be one of those deals where y'all two can get together. He's going to want to come down there and interview you and kind of shadow with you and see what all you're doing.
Yeah.
I was going to talk to you more about it instead right now, but anyway, ta-da, there you go.
Hey. Well,
but that's a cool thing.
I got an invite recently to be on another show, Tree Talking Media.
Oh man, Ben Sheets.
Yep. He just bought him. I'm not sure if this is his first or his second set of Animal Housing Solutions kennels.
Mm-hmm.
And Spud delivered them this weekend. And he asked Spud to come on. And he's like, man, No, but I know a guy you need to talk to. So we'll be sitting down together talking soon.
That'd be good. That'd be good stuff. Ben is really good at what he does. He's very thorough. He's more of an interviewer than I am. I just
remember
talk.
the guy. Remember the guy. I want to say it was a Tree Dog type podcast that had Randy on a couple years ago. What pod? That dude was really good.
I'm trying to think.
He had his own YouTube channel and everything.
I don't know.
Like he's sitting there at a desk while he's with Randy. Like it was. What should I think of that guy's name?
I can't remember. I know
that guy. I want to say he was a Tree Dog guy too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. I'm trying to remember. I remember him doing that show, but I don't remember who it was.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't remember. Anyway, but no, that's good. That's good stuff. You know, it's getting to be where the hog doggers or guys that are in the hog dog industry, the hog dog world, you know, we're breaking through to more than just the hog dog stuff.
And a lot of these people that do those type of events, like especially like coon hunting, you know what I mean? Like they don't leisure coon hunt. They're into competition and they love dogs, so that's what they do.
Yep.
So when you introduce them to what we do, holy shit, it blows them away. They're like, this is fast paced, this is hardcore action, like this is more my style.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna open up another can of worms. But like, it's not one guy's opinion right there, you know, like whose dog barked first. Now one guy's got to decide that a dog 80 yards away that he's never heard bark.
Yeah.
You know, you know how that shit goes.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know everybody in the world that's competition coon hunt, and none of them swears it's fair.
No, dude, it's some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen in my life. And there's no way I could do that all the time. There's no way.
Yeah.
And
especially with that much on the balance.
Exactly. Like, I mean, you're talking some of these hunts are six figures or winning a brand new truck, winning new side-by-sides plus 10,000 or plus 20 grand. And then you got one guy over here that says, you know, hey, strike my dog. And then certain registries that you hunt with, you can become leash locked. And so therefore you got to keep your dog on leash. You can't even have it hunting until you get to that tree. And it's just, it can be a damn, they call it pencil whipping. Basically, they know the rules better than you do.
Yep.
Or they know how to play, or know how to play the rules. And hey, that's competition. That's how it is.
Yep.
You know, but it's
we
just, I can't do it.
Yeah. We get those guys introduced into what we do, especially like everything we do. You know, obviously you can have 1,000 spectators there. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody sees everything. And I feel like what we do is way more marketable to those kind of people. Plus, it's more action-packed.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's
there's something you can do with your whole family. Like your wife and your kids can't all go out on the 4-dog cast where you have a coon hunt.
Nope.
You know, you have aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, and cousins out there with you at the hog band.
Yeah, that's a fact. They're and I've talked to a lot of the guys that competition hunt in the big hunts, and they have won multitudes of money, and almost all of them have said, man, I wish there was a way we could like have live video and all that. And there's some people that are doing it here and there, but you still can't, like, we can't go see what these coon hunts are.
Yeah.
Like you said, me and you and Nate and Randy and Pat and all the rest of the gang, we can't all get together and go have a cold beer and say, hey man, let's watch these dogs run. We can't do that at a coon hunt.
And the majority of the men that make the sport what it is don't even go to the hunt.
Mm.
It's just their money that built it. And there's these handlers. There's these guys that are handlers that just, you know, they coordinate the wins and losses based off what somebody gave them. You know,
that's exactly right. And that's I know a couple of pretty good handlers. Austin Gentry, he's one of them. He's won everything you can win. And we've interviewed him. We've had him on before, and he lives around here fairly close. And I think he's went hog hunting with a couple of guys before, run dogs and stuff, and we've talked about it. But at the same time, it's like we were talking about the money side of things and how, how much a dog cost and this and that. And he said, well, if you're going to get a dog that's going to put you in the money in the coon hunting world, he said, you're not going to get one for a couple $1,000s at all.
Yeah.
He said, you're going to have to come off of 50,000 and up. And I was like, good God Almighty, that's a lot of money. And in our stuff, you take 50 grand and go invest it, you'd be doing all right.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the top 3.
Yeah, you're going to be doing all right, and you can make that money back.
50 grand right now spent right. I can guarantee you'd be in the top 3.
Mm-hmm.
In the kennel at the end of the year.
Oh yeah, and how long do you think it would take to recuperate 50?
If you got in the top 3, say you finished 3rd, probably 2 years in a row, you could break even.
And say to me, that's not long. I mean, that's basically raising a puppy to get started.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the deal: a dog, a horse, a cow, they all cost the same.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing different is the down payment.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
It is way cheaper. It is way cheaper to get you a bay pen dog for $5,000 than it is to get 25 free puppies and hope one of them turns out.
No doubt. I would definitely agree with that. Because if I was going to have to be serious about it, that's what I would have to do.
Yep.
Because I would want to be in there to be able to compete and compete now.
I guarantee you.
And compete heavy. So.
When we and now some of these purses like the 2-dog shootout, that sucker paid out over $40,000. Earl's pays out a little over 60. But that 2-dog shootout deal, that's just a one-night deal. So there is money there, but it's spread out.
That's right.
And
but now
of course, if you won, you would obviously get your money back faster. But I think it's fair to say you're gonna spend $50,000. First couple of years, you're learning the ropes too.
Yeah.
And you hanging out in that top 3, you're gonna get your money back.
Well, you asked about some of these episodes and stuff. And we're talking about other podcasts. Well, there's a new hog hunting podcast out. Was it Tuscan Tales or Tuscan Time? Tuscan Tales. Tuscan Tales and Alan Adams. We interviewed him, and he had a few things that he wanted to bring up about, like Uncle Earl's, and which he's a big time woods hunter. He hunts some plots, and
sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
I think he's pretty new to it, still just in the last couple of years. But I mean, from what he says, he's catching hogs, and I don't know, if he's buying them at the sale barn and taking pictures with them, or but he's got to be doing something because he's getting the hogs. Anyway.
Yeah, buddy.
But
he's making a lot of record too. I hadn't. I ain't gonna lie. I did when he first. What was the guy that had beef with Will Booth? What's his name?
Mr. James Reese.
James Reese. Were we ever able to get him on?
No. No. I had been talking. Me and Pat both had been talking to him, and so we were scheduling him for that week. And when Alan started his that same week, it was like, okay, it's time to do this. And James jumped on that one. And then Pat was like, well, shit, I ain't going to interview him now. He's like, hell, he was supposed to done this one. That's what him and Pat had worked out. So I was letting Pat do what,
Pat should have just followed through with it.
Yeah. I still say I'd love to have him.
I think it'd put us over the top.
Yeah, I'd love to have him on.
But
and talk with him and see, and get down to the heart of it and see what's going. Let's hear from James and what's his side of the story. Why do people think there's this beef? What's going on? Why?
I have noticed it's died down a good bit though. Yeah. That's a good thing. But I listened to bits and pieces that first day. when
Yeah,
it was just a Facebook Live,
I got
and
you.
it was fairly entertaining.
Well,
And I believe after that first one there, I don't think I've given it another shot.
I
But
got you.
it was fairly entertaining, and I was really intrigued, especially since it had Mr. Reese on it.
Yeah.
Especially it was so close to, because the last time I was on here, we talked a little bit about Reese, and I really think he's selling himself short by not coming on.
I do too. I think like he could, because there as soon as it dies down good, and if he goes and makes a couple of posts or something, and somebody's gonna say one little thing, then it's all back up again. When he could have already done being on and said, "Hey man,
He
this
could have cleared there. He might have, you know what? Him and Will Booth might end up being like best friends or something.
I think they could.
I think they find out somewhere down the road they might be kin. They in the same neck of the woods, ain't they?
They're pretty close. They hunt pretty close together. God damn it. I tried to keep straight. But no, I think he does need to come on and join with us. But like I said, I talked with Alan and he was asking about the woods hunting side of things for the bay pen stuff. And we had that discussion about the woods dog and bay dog deal. But and I wanted to ask you this on here so that way people could get the right from the damn horse's mouth. Why do we not have a woods dog event at Uncle Earl's? Just a whole woods dog event for them.
Well, for one, we have up until last year we did.
Mm-hmm.
What ends up happening is the bay pen people end up winning it too.
Yep.
Because they know how to train the dogs, and plus, you don't know if that dog's a woods dog or not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And plus, you can't just go out, haul off, and have a full special event just for them because they don't have it 7 days. When this is a bay pen competition, you don't go to the NFR and demand they have a real cowboy competition, do you?
No, sir.
It's a rodeo competition.
Yep.
So we're having a hog baying competition, and that is that's where it is. Our event is not to take away from our event to try to get more people involved. It is to have a really special event and try to get those people involved in what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's always going to be somebody that don't fit in that says, they're not real hog hunters. Like everybody I know went hog hunting before they went to a hog bay. Like hog hunting is what brought them to the hog bay.
Yeah. That's how I found out about it. All I did was hog hunt, and then I seen a picture it used to be Bait Solid magazine of the Hickory Crossings where you take your picture, and I said, man, I want to go get my picture took there one day. Yep. And I found out how far it was, and went out there and visited, and I was like, I didn't know anybody, didn't nobody know me. We had a good time, and so I said, well, hell, I'll come by, I'll give it another shot. I think I missed the next show, but then since then I've only missed one, and that's been a lot of years now. And hell, I try to make as many as I can. Hell, I've come to a bunch of your shows. So people that say if you're a hog hunter, why would you go to the bay pens? That's just bullshit. I mean, everybody started in the woods, as far as I could tell.
Yeah, that's just somebody jealous that they can't compete or something.
I got you.
Or jealous that somebody's getting more notoriety or something. But It's funny you say that about the winter circle at Hickory Crossing. Like that was one of my goals. I'd never been. I never went until 2013. And as a kid, looking back, I'm like, man, I want my picture took right there.
Yeah.
And when we went, we won the $2. I got my picture took right there.
Hell yeah.
Marc kept a few pictures to put up of me in his deal there. And I thought that's awesome.
Yeah, that is. That's pretty cool.
I've been friends with Marc since like around early 2000s. I'd say at least 2002, maybe earlier. Going down to Broughton Island, we always hung out together. I think the world of that guy. He was the hogband.com Sportsman of the Year, I think in 23.
Yep, 23.
And been friends a long time. As far as I'm concerned, we always will be.
Yes, there's no doubt. He is as good as it gets in my eyes as well. And I have become really good friends with Marc over the years. He's helped me with a lot of stuff. He's always been fair and, always just as good, just a good person all the way around.
If it weren't for crazy ass people like me and him, there wouldn't be no such thing as a hog band right now.
I'll be honest with you, like without having that kind of, without it being put out there into the public eye, the hog baying being put out there in the public eye is what brought more of the hog hunters to put their shit out in the public eye. And they can say that that's not true and they're lying. Most of them would be telling a lie. There's some of them that's not, but most of them be full of shit because they're like, oh, well, it's more accepted now. It's more public. And yeah, they might have, the younger generation might do it because they've seen it done before. And then the ones before that seen it done before. But
that's shit, the whole idea.
Exactly.
Like spreading the gospel.
Exactly. But like you said, this goes back to the old forums on the computer before there was ever Facebook or YouTube or anything like that. This goes back to when, Bates Solid Magazine first starting out and when Marc and them were doing hand-drawn flyers back in like 93, putting this shit out.
Yep.
That's where it all comes down to. And then me and Alan were talking about division or it being divided. Because I was talking about a registry or some shit. And I was like, well, yes, it would have to be separate, but you're not divided as a community. That's yeah, they're two different kind of dogs. There's bay pen dogs and there's woods dogs. And some can do both. But the general consensus is it's two separate divisions. But the people don't have to be divided. The ones that are bitching about it and saying, well, it ain't fair, that's the ones dividing it. Because your dogs aren't that good. That's what it comes down to. Your dogs suck. And so you think people suck.
And them same ones will fly to Las Vegas and watch the NFR.
Yeah.
And not bitch,
But won't drive down the road and come support what you're doing.
Right. There's nothing more unrealistic than riding a bull. A lot of people celebrate that. They don't make them bad people. Mm. But nobody's standing there throwing rocks talking about how, he ain't no cowboy. He rides a bull. What dumbass would do that?
Oh, exactly. Exactly. No, that's a great analogy. Because like you said, you don't hear people saying that. You don't.
They would like two sports and the whole thing of rodeo that are somewhat realistic. And that'd be like saddle bronc and calf roping.
Mm-hmm. And you don't hear cowboys sitting there talking shit about the guys doing that professionally.
Yeah, that's right.
Like you said, most of them are out there in the stands, and
take their whole family.
Like Chad Fryer. I mean, that man cowboys every day, and I was watching the youth or watching Instagram or it was TikTok, and I seen his little boy Bo Henry up there in the stands at the NFL rodeo up there. I mean, just damn dancing his little ass off and carried on and all that. And I was like, man, that's Chad Fryer and him. Chad don't go. He ain't no rodeo rider. He's a cowboy. But his whole family goes to support the guys that are out there in the rodeo.
Yep, that's how it should be.
I agree. Like I said, I try.
And we spend a lot of time on the naysayers, but like there's a lot of positive people too. There's a lot of hog hunters that like to just come and watch.
Mm-hmm.
But, they hear about the names that are winning and stuff, and hey, when's old so and so come up? About 30 minutes. I'm gonna go sit my ass up there.
Yep.
I go watch them, and then they'll come back and talk to them. Like even like Logan Campbell.
Yep.
He got to meet Randy, and shit, he bred a dog to goose.
That's right.
Like, man, I need some of that in what I'm doing. Let's go.
And that's
all it took was a simple conversation, not with a chip on your shoulder, trying to outpoint somebody.
Some of that shit.
That's probably our biggest problem, though. It's not just ours. It's kind of a society thing. Everybody.
Yeah, I think
everybody
that's
wants
in everything.
Their way.
I think that's in everything. So, but I'll be honest with you. That shit right there. It's all we can do is do the best we can do, and try to and we'll be positive in what all we do. And the naysayers, that's their problem.
Yeah.
You know, all I can do is try to bring the light to them. If they don't accept it, I can't help it. All I can do is keep preaching it to
and
them.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of man in his right mind wouldn't want to stay camped out for 7 days listening to dogs bark anyway.
Exactly. Well, I mean, some people are a little different. They can't do it. They just ain't built that way. It's awful funny.
Right.
I see a lot of those little old women up there. They're doing that shit, and they're out there by themselves, and they stay there all week, handle their dogs, go out there and run them. You know.
You can't say that on the air. There'll be 50 new guys coming out there looking for these women that are single.
Shit. Well, they're going to have to, if they can't camp out for 7 days, you damn sure can't handle them women, boys.
I guarantee you.
I guarantee you they can't handle that. Crazy stuff.
Hell yeah.
But, you know, that's one of those things, the whole woods dog deal. That's why I wanted to bring that up.
Well,
as you know, it's talked about.
Did he have any specific ideas, or he just had a pipe dream that he thinks is going to work? He don't understand it's something we've already done.
Well, I told him, I said, he said that you'd have to have proof that your dog was in the woods, like, video and that your
video, your dog's actually barking at a hog in the woods,
or with a dead
hog. That's a novel concept. We ought to make more people do that.
Yeah, and but he did say that it had to be different judges. He would, if he sponsored it, that he would want to be picking all the judges. And
oh shit,
yeah,
he wants to run the show. So, hell no, he can't take my job.
Well, so if somebody sponsors a class, let's say the one dog, that would be the same thing as having a woods dog, correct? If I had a woods dog class versus a one dog or the 2 dog class or the young and old class, right?
Yeah.
So if I sponsor the young and old, can I pick the judges?
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get to name the judges.
Okay, well, that's what I was just asking. So I'm just saying, so anybody that's sponsoring this, buying the buckles and the prizes and stuff, you don't get to pick the judges.
No, you don't get to pick the judges. I don't think the what am I trying to say? The competitors would appreciate it. They kind of want professionals, experienced professionals, to do it.
Well, the reason I'm asking these things too, and please, I know Alan listens to everything that we record. He's made it very adamant, and I know he's listened to us for a long time, and I don't want him to think like, oh, I'm out here doing this. I'm asking these questions because he said he contacted you and you didn't respond to him. And he was like, well, I don't know. Well, here you go. Now here's your response. And
I talk to Alan periodically, but he's right. I didn't respond to that.
Yeah, I got you.
I didn't feel it warranted one.
Yeah, I got you. Well, you don't have to explain yourself at all to us. You know that, Jake. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to do the best I can do.
I feel like sometimes people. You ever seen that old line in Lonesome Dove where Carl's trying to get Newt to go to bed and Gus keeps talking to him?
Mm-hmm.
And Gus says, "Boy, you ought to let that boy stay up a little later. The only education he'll ever get sitting around listening to me talk." I think some people could probably learn something from that.
I hear you. I understand.
But I do know this, that January will be here before you know it.
Yep.
And we're going to be talking about Uncle Earl's. You and Nate Dogg and Rodney Bell need to ride on down and see me. I tell you what, from now on, I'm not even going to call you. I'm just going to call Rodney. I'm going to say, hey, Rodney, go load their shit. When they get off work, load them up and come on.
There you go. Rodney will be the first one to do it.
I guarantee you.
Hey, I will
say one thing. If we're going to go on a trip or something like that, and we get here, he has got a little system that he would pack the truck, a certain way, and then, of course, like if it's all the camera stuff and the record stuff, then Nate packs the truck a certain way. It's very comical sometimes because if Rodney does not pack the truck, he don't give a damn about how it's packed. And so he'll just be moving shit and throwing, and Nate's like, damn it, Rodney, stop. Quit moving this shit. Don't touch this shit. And if Now, if Rodney packs the truck and you move one, oh, damn, don't move that shit. I just put that there. It's very comical. Talking about packing stuff up. But no, we'll definitely be at Earl's. I plan my whole year around it. I mean, it's marked for the whole year. Me and my whole family, all my kids, my grandbabies now. Since then I've had another grandbaby, and I'm packing them in, brother. It's gonna cost me.
You're gonna need a 40-foot RV.
I was thinking to say, brother, I'm gonna have to have that concrete pad and some power. I can't camp out no more. I got to have an RV. 6 slide outs, 40-foot, triple axle. Yeah, hey, listen, we got one out here. It ain't quite all that, but it's nice. And hey,
I shared a deal on hogband.com today. They rent RVs. You seen that? I figure everybody needs to look into that. It's down South Louisiana, but still it's Louisiana.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely, because I have seen, dude, every year I see several people asking about, hey, does anybody have an RV they would rent, or a camper of some kind?
See, that's part of what I was getting at when we started this, the economic development, little things like that.
Mm-hmm.
How can we accommodate more people?
Well, you had the golf cart rentals too, didn't you?
Yeah, got golf cart rentals and things like that.
There you go.
But like as the facilities improve, you start catching more corporate eyes, and you start getting more amenities.
Mm-hmm.
Won't be long. Everybody's going to be riding around in an EV with a dog box on the back of it, bringing their dog back and forth to the arena.
That's crazy. But but that's the path.
But then, and you go rent a lot of people don't like to, because they're partying and raising hell. They don't like to drive to town to a hotel.
No.
Rent you an RV.
Mm-hmm.
A 3-man, 4-man bachelor party. Split that sucker 4 ways. $250 a man for all week. Hey, that's a hell of a party right there.
You ain't joking. And that's a hell of a lot better than sleeping on the dirt.
You're right there on the grounds.
Yeah, that's definitely better. We used to rent. We used to get us a room, and like you said, you sitting there and you done been there all day, all evening, and then you sit and you drink a cold beer and talking, and man, I don't want to have to drive back and forth. I'd rather just stay out there till I can't stay awake no more and pass out for a little while and get up and go do it again.
Yeah, the last few years I went where I wasn't running it, there was like 3 couples, and we got a hotel and we hauled a camper. And the women all stayed in the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to town to take a shower, use the bathroom.
That's right.
And then we all stayed in the camper. And by like the 3rd day, it's March in Winfield. You ain't even got to run an air conditioner. We just got lights and a coffee pot in that thing. Women would come pick up some breakfast on the way, and we'd drink coffee. Kids needed to go take a nap in the camper, and then come that evening, go take a shower, come back. We partying all night at the camper, and women went to the hotel and went to bed.
Nice. And then it's a good system. It's a good system. But, well, I know what we're going to do. We're going to continually promote it, even more than we have in the past. We're going to continually promote it and keep it in everybody's ears. And, because, you support us. We definitely support you. And here's the thing about that, just what I just said, like I support you, support us, we support you or whatever. We support each other. That's what it should be said.
Yeah, as our audiences grow.
Yes, and we just keep pulling it together.
Limit. And I really think this year, like, we need to make a concerted effort to get some of these big time influencers and stuff associated with it some kind of way.
Well, I'm gonna work what I can with who I can, and I'll send them to you.
I think like a guy like a Stale Cracker, or what's that dude that's on Snapchat? I run into him on Snapchat. Pulling hair or something. I can't remember what the hell. But he's on there. He's got 1 million followers or something. But like Stale Cracker, guys like that, because that's an outdoor cooking type thing.
Yeah.
And they have gobs of people that follow them that would want to come see it.
Yeah. He was down at that deer dog hunting club earlier this year during dog season, and we've been talking to all those guys, and they're friends with him.
Stale Cracker?
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah.
He's
cool, dude.
He goes to their club every year and hunts. And like we were talking about doing an interview with some of those guys. And Duckett, I talked with him, and he was like, well, man, y'all come down here and make a hunt with us, and we'll do the whole thing. And
hell yeah.
so maybe we can put that into here.
That'd be badass. Have y'all heard of this guy, Pool Time Crew?
Pool Time Crew. I knew that's who you were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I could. But he's from Alabama, ain't he?
I don't know. I think so. I really don't know, but I know who you're talking about.
I've only been, associated. I ain't gonna say associated with him, but I've only heard of him for a few weeks. I don't have a big Snapchat presence, but
somebody was wearing a hat this weekend's Pool Time Crew hat. Several of those guys were. Hell, I wonder if they know them. All those boys we was hunting with this weekend, they had on Pool Time Crew hats. That's why I said that.
But he had
I wonder if they know that dude.
He has a huge following on Snapchat. And he's on there. Like I bet he does. He's the only person I know does more stories than Will Booth.
Damn. That's a lot of stories.
I guarantee you.
Because
looks like he's doing a thermal hunt on some hogs or something. Oh no, that's deer. He better take that off Snapchat.
Yeah.
Gosh, dog, he's putting this right out in Front Street.
Well, it is on Snapchat, so
yeah,
it's a little.
Maybe he wasn't shooting; he was just looking.
Yeah, that's why he's scanning, just checking for tomorrow.
I guarantee you.
If he's in Alabama, season opens Wednesday.
Yeah, he's just doing a little scouting, seeing where they're moving.
Yeah, that's what it is. It says,
I think he's in Alabama. I might be
on
wrong.
Instagram, I just pulled up his Instagram account. He's got 153,000 followers on there. That's a good bit on Instagram. Said he is a hunting, sipping, and cooking. It says shop Full Time Apparel and Rowdy Cajun Seasoning. So, I don't know, but I do know.
Rowdy Cajun Seasoning.
Yeah.
Like Cajun seasoning naturally is pretty rowdy, so this is like extra rowdy.
That's what I'm thinking.
Shop Pool Time Crew Apparel and Rowdy Cajun. He might be like South Mississippi. Some of them South Mississippi people think they're Cajun.
Yeah, I've heard that. Now
they're not like Southeast Texas. That's real Cajuns.
Yeah, because they ain't none in damn Louisiana.
Yeah, just a handful.
Oh my goodness. Let's see what we're looking like on time. Jay, we got about an hour and 45 minutes on this dude. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Nothing real extravagant. Just I've enjoyed our visit. Yeah. And until the next one, we'll keep trying to do some exciting things. We'll have something cool to talk about next time.
That's right. For sure.
Well, I'm checking out his Instagram right now. It is that's not a bad page right there at all.
No,
I just wish it said where he was from.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. I'm going to do a little investigating and check and see if I can't find out something. I'm sure I'll know somebody that knows him, and I'm sure you will too. We'll figure it out somehow. We'll get some of this stuff lined up between all of us and all the people we know out there. Because, Dixie Doggers podcast, it's not the biggest podcast in the world by no means, but we are all over the world now. Like 70-something countries, Nate. What'd you say, 74? 75?
Are y'all like Fins and Pins or whatever? Y'all as widespread as that one?
Of who?
Fins and Tails or whatever?
I don't know nothing about them.
Or Tuscan Tails. What was it?
Oh, Tuscan. I don't know. Like he's blowing it up. That's what I told him when I interviewed him. I said, "Damn, he's trying to knock me off the throne up here."
We might we might have to make a deal with him so we can get some notoriety.
Yeah, might do it. But between all of us, we'll see if we can't figure out. We can get some of these folks up to join up in Uncle Earl's. It like I said, for this coming year and especially for the following year when we get these new amenities and stuff, that's really going to stick out.
Yeah, buddy.
Going to help. So, well, Jake, man, we really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I do appreciate it. And if something exciting happens, y'all holler at us.
I will, brother. So tell the family hello and everybody else down that way, and we'll see you, man.
All right, dude. Yeah, we good.
See you, buddy. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, another one down. As always, it's Uncle Jake, or Pawpaw Jake, or Peepaw Jake, Big Daddy Jake, whatever you want to call him. I don't know what you call him. Mr. Jake. Mr. Jake. Well, it seems like everybody's got like this handle now, and so we got to find Jake one. Which, like, that everybody can call him, not like just the private names we call him. But anyway, as always, it's a good time with Jake. Jake is a very business-oriented, business-minded person.
Get shit done.
And that's no doubt about it. He has his own way of doing things, and he sees things different than a lot of people do, but he is successful at what he's doing. So keep that in mind. He's doing something to keep this heritage and tradition alive. There's a lot of people out there that want to talk about it. They want to talk bad about it or how good they could do or what they would do or anything like this, but they're not doing it. He is, in fact, doing it. And that's what it is. It's what it takes doing it. So make sure that if you're into the hog hunting world, I'm not going to say the bay pen world or the hog dog woods world or whatever. If you're in the hog world, the hog and dog world, whatever, y'all make sure to check out coming to some of these events. That right there will be the thing that the public eye will see more than the hunters making mistakes. The good side of things that can be shared with the public in a good way. And that'll be those events. It's not going to be a bunch of these hunts because we all know what the hunt involves. So you got to keep that in mind. We need to keep both sides of that. And we got to keep it and produce it, and we got to support each other. And so, like I said, if you can't go, share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. It ain't all that. It ain't that hard. But if you want to have a good time, Uncle Earl's definitely is a place to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
It is family friendly. If you want to buy leashes, collars, cut gear, if you want to buy a cast iron, if you want to buy a corn dog, you want to buy a dog, it don't matter. Come up there and get it. They got it. And so just keep that in mind. And we appreciate all the listeners, as we always do, and we always will. We appreciate y'all. And until the next one, we go.
Thank you. Hope you enjoyed that episode. If there's anything or anyone you'd like to hear on the podcast, or if you'd like to come hunt with us, don't hesitate to contact us at dixiedoggers01@gmail.com.